You spent 6 months studying for the GMAT. You aced it. You have a killer resume with brand name companies. You got glowing recommendations. And then ding, rejected. Here's the brutal truth. Every year, thousands of incredibly qualified candidates get rejected from top MBA programs. Not because they aren't smart enough, not because they don't have enough experience, but because of one thing, their essays. I'm your host at MBA Simplified, and today we're breaking down the 5 most common MBA application essay mistakes that get otherwise brilliant applicants rejected, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them. If you're applying to business school this cycle, do not hit submit until you watch this entire video. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, rehashing your resume in essay form. This is the most common mistake I see. Applicants take their resume bullet points and just turn them into paragraphs. I led a team of 5. I increased revenue by 20%. I implemented a new system. Here's what admissions officers are thinking when they read that. I already read your resume. Tell me something I don't know. Admissions teams are not just picking resumes. They are building a class. Your resume shows what you did. Your essay should explain why it mattered, what you learned, and how it shaped who you are. The fix: instead of listing achievements, tell a story. Give them something new. Share the pieces of you that exist along the edges of your resume. For example, if your resume says you created 40% growth for your business unit, your essay should include the how and the why behind that number. Who did you work with? What obstacles did you face? What did you learn? What enables you to bring a unique perspective? The resume shows the destination. The essay shows the journey. Don't confuse the two. Mistake number 2, writing generic, cliched essays. This is the fast track to the rejection pile. If your essay could apply to Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, or Podunk State with just the school name swapped out, you have a problem. Admissions director Anastasia Kinigu puts it bluntly. Some people write University X in their applications when you're University Y, so it's obvious they've just submitted the same essay that they've used elsewhere. And it's not just about school names. Generic phrases like, I want to do an MBA because it's going to accelerate my career, are cliches that tell admissions committees nothing. They indicate that you lack creativity and haven't put much effort into your writing. The fix: you need to demonstrate specific fit. Each program has a different culture, teaching style, and type of student it attracts. If your application doesn't reflect that, it stands out in the wrong way. Strong applications feel personal and specific. You should be able to tell which school the essay is written for without even looking at the name. Be honest about your professional journey and your future career plans. That will read as far more compelling than the same cookie cutter as, say, everyone else is submitting. And please, double-check that you're writing the right school name. It happens more often than you think. Mistake number 3, not actually answering the question that was asked. This sounds obvious, right? But you'd be shocked how many applicants write the essay they wish the school had asked, not the one it actually asked. MBA essays are often open-ended, and it's easy to get lost in details, meander off topic, and lose sight of the main point. If the prompt asks about your career goals, don't spend 80% of your word count on your family background. Karen Altman, former admissions officer at Kellogg, says failing to clearly answer the question is one of the biggest mistakes applicants make. The fix: after drafting your essay, go back and reread the prompt. Did you actually answer every part of the question? Keep your response focused and structured. Most MBA essay prompts are straightforward. Give a direct and complete answer. Don't waste precious word count on irrelevant details that don't directly contribute to answering the question. And here's a pro tip. If the essay has multiple parts, create a checklist. Make sure you've addressed each one before you submit. Mistake number 4, lack of clarity. If there's one error that will sink your MBA application faster than any other, it's being unclear. Admissions officers read hundreds of essays during each cycle. They won't work to decode ambiguous passages or fill in missing context. You're always writing from your own perspective. You know the context behind your story, but your reader doesn't. You must express all details necessary for understanding the complete picture of your experiences. Don't assume readers know how many people were on your team whether a project was internal or external, what your specific role entailed, or what resources you had available. These details determine whether your achievement sounds impressive or pedestrian. The fix: be ruthlessly explicit. Never assume readers can guess what you mean by reading between the lines. Admissions committees can't read your mind. Have friends or family read your essays. If they don't understand your story because of lack of details, neither will the admissions team. And here's something crucial. For behavioral essays that ask about achievements, failures, or difficult situations, use the STAR framework: situation, task, action, result. But don't rush past the actions. Many applicants dedicate too much space to describing the situation and then scurry past what they actually did. Without clear actions, your essay sounds lackluster. When you explain your actions, your thought process, and the results, the admissions committee will truly appreciate your ability to deal with challenging situations. Mistake number 5: trying to be someone you're not. Some applicants try to emulate successful essays they found online or borrow heavily from friends' essay. Others try to sound overly intellectual, using thesaurus words and business jargon to impress. Here's the thing: admissions officers read thousands of applications. They can easily spot essays that lack authenticity. Trying to be someone you're not is not just a bad strategy, it's a red flag. Some schools even run plagiarism checks on all essays. Getting caught copying someone else's work is the #1 reason to deny an application. The fix: there's only one you. You're unique, so don't tell someone else's story. Admissions committees want to hear what is unique about you. Don't use fancy words that don't naturally fit your voice. You're not applying for a PhD in writing. You just need to write clearly so the people reading your essays understand who you are. And please, don't rely heavily on AI tools to write or heavily edit your essay. Admissions committees can detect when an essay doesn't truly represent the applicant. One of the most common red flags is a lack of specific examples. AI-generated essays often describe leadership in broad terms without providing detailed experiences. Be authentic. Be yourself. Tell your story. Before we wrap up, here are 3 bonus mistakes that will also get your application tossed. Number 1, ignoring the instructions. If a school asks for 500 words, don't submit 800. If they specify font size, follow it. If you can't follow directions, they'll determine you're not going to be a very effective student or business leader. Number 2, vague or unclear goals. I recently read a goals essay where the applicant didn't mention their career goals at all. Answers like "I want to grow" or "I want to move into leadership" don't give admissions committees anything to work with. Be specific about the industry, the role, and the location you're targeting. Number 3, typos and grammatical errors. Misspelled words, incomplete sentences, and poor grammar will cast a negative light on any essay, no matter how brilliant the content is. Multiple typos send a negative message about your level of professionalism. Proofread, then proofread again, then have someone else proofread. So let's recap the 5 mistakes that get brilliant applicants rejected. 1, rehashing your resume instead of telling a story. 2, writing generic essays that could go to any school. 3, not actually answering the prompt. 4, lack of clarity and specificity. 5, trying to be someone you're not. Here's the good news. Every single one of these mistakes is fixable. Take the time to self-reflect. Know what experiences have shaped you, what drives you, and what you see as your contribution. Start early. Give yourself time to refine your story. And remember, most rejections are not about ability. They come down to positioning. When your story is clear, your goals make sense, and your application feels specific to each school, your chances improve dramatically. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to MBA Simplified for more admission strategies that actually work. Drop a comment below. What's the biggest challenge you're facing with your MBA essays? Good luck with your applications. And remember, your story matters. Tell it well. See you in the next video.